So Ange Postecoglou has officially been sacked by Tottenham Hotspur, and I think it is a little bit strange, but not for the reasons you may think. Yeah, Tottenham Hotspur have had nothing short of a terrible season. No matter which way you put it, they've had a very, very bad season. And just because you put a Europa League trophy on top of it, it doesn't mean it hasn't been terrible. A 17th place finish in the Europa League, Premier League, is a terrible season. From a team that should be aiming for top 6, finish 17th, fourth from bottom. And I do think this has been done in a bit of a strange way. The problem here isn't Ange being sacked. I think that was a correct decision. I think the board have made a good decision by sacking Ange because he's clearly not a good enough manager to take on the Spurs job for the next sort of 4 or 5 years. I don't think he's good enough at this sort of level. He's only managed Yokohama Marinos and Celtic in the past. Celtic, of which have won the Scottish Premiership for like the last 10 times, barring one occasion in the 2021 season where Rangers won it. Literally the easiest trophy to win in football. Literally the easiest trophy to win if you're Celtic. If you are Celtic, it is literally the easiest trophy to win. They win it every season without fail. But yeah, I think this has been done in a really, really strange way. When they could have done it 5 or 6 months ago, they've chosen to do it 2 weeks after the 24-25 season conclusion. And I just think this could have been done in a better way. Had this have been done 5 or 6 months ago, like, they might have not finished as low as they have. Like, you look at some of the managerial appointments that have been done. Areola, Bournemouth, they've had an amazing season. Fabian Hürzeler, Brighton, Eddie Howe, Newcastle, look how that's turned out. They've got Champions League football next season. The only reason Spurs have Champions League football is because they won the Europa League. They wouldn't have. I do not know how they've managed to get Champions League. I mean, I do, but they've literally just gone like that and got lucky. Genuinely, it's just been a lucky dip for Spurs. Because to be honest, think I don't want... let me land this. I think this is a valid opinion. I think Spurs kind of fluked the Europa League a bit. Because that goal that was scored might be one of the worst goals I have ever seen scored in any European final. Genuinely. That goal that Abde Ezalzouli scored against Chelsea in the Europa Conference League, that was a better goal. That was a better goal. It was a tap-in. Was it even from Brennan Johnson? Like, it might have even been a Luke Shaw own goal, but it just didn't go down as that. It could have just been an Onana up. Who knows? But, this might be the worst European final in football history. In fact, it is. There might be about it. But I just think that Ange Postecoglou could have been sacked in a better way. As it comes a bit strange, what message does this send to Spurs fans? That, the Tottenham board just sack managers for success? It doesn't make any sense, does it? I'm acting here like Ange is fully responsible. He's not fully responsible at all. He's partly responsible for Spurs' downfall. Obviously, the manager has to take some responsibility. But Daniel Levy is a terrible, horrendous owner. Might be the worst aside from Ineos and Glazers in the Premier League. If Spurs don't make some valuable signings this summer, they might actually be in danger next season. The 3 teams who have been very, very bad, if Ipswich and Leicester hadn't have been nearly as bad as they have been, it's possible, that Spurs could have actually been in a relegation fight. It's not, it's not like an impossibility. Spurs fans have been calling this a great season. No, it's not. Just because you fluked a Europa League final title, it doesn't go into the category of elite. This has not been an elite season by any stretch of the imagination. You finished 17th. You can't just sugarcoat this season because you've won a European trophy. You can't. And it's literally the second best. It's not even the Champions League. It's the Europa League. Yes, Spurs have won their first trophy. Ange has... I get Spurs media and Spurs fans wishing Ange good luck in his future endeavours and, thanking Ange for his time at Spurs because, he has won a Champions League in their dreams, a Europa League, and is the first manager in 17 years at Tottenham Hotspur to win a major trophy with Spurs. Obviously, Spurs have won the noddy pre-season cups in the past, but they do not count whatsoever. Before Spurs fans start saying they do not. Not in a million years. Anyone can win a pre-season trophy, so they do not count at all. But, yeah. Like, the way this club has been ran over the last 10 to sort of 15 years is disgraceful. Like, Daniel Levy is the one thing that Spurs want to get out of their club, and he's not leaving anytime soon. So Spurs have to put up with this for a little bit longer. I'd say a few more years longer. But I made sort of... Would you call this a hot take? I don't think you would. But I made a sort of opinion about Spurs a few months ago. I said that Spurs will be the first Big Six team, using the term Big Six loosely now, to be relegated. That might actually happen in the future. Like, I am being deadly serious. That could actually happen in the future if this club doesn't get back to a bit of normality, because the players they've got compared to the ones they used to have, Lucas Moura, Harry Kane, Eric Dyer, who else we got? Danny Rose, Dele Alli, Hugo Lloris, Toby Alderweireld. Those players were Heung-min Son, who's still at the club. Those players were part of arguably the best Tottenham team we've seen in the last sort of 10 years. The ones that got to a Champions League final with Spurs. And this is what we've got now. Timo Werner, Richarlison, Lucas Bergvall, Kevin Danso, Jorginho Vicario, Ben Davies, who's still at the club, who might as well be in a retirement home. Heung-min Son, who's not nearly at his best nowadays. Kulusevski, who's probably the best player in this team, who's actually a bang average footballer. Dominic Solanke, who's again probably a bang average footballer. Brennan Johnson, bang average footballer. None of these players are really, they're not world class in the slightest. James Maddison, James Maddison's a good footballer, but again, average, bang average. None of these players are really, top level at all. None really are. But, yeah, Ange being sacked a week or two after the season's finished seems a bit strange to me. And I've seen mixed reviews from Spurs fans. One's been angry. I don't think I've actually seen any Spurs fans actually agreeing with this decision. They want him out for nearly close to a year. And then And then he gets sacked, and then they're crying about it. Like, what do Spurs fans want? Yes, he's won him a trophy, but he can't just stay on the premise of that. He can't just stay because of that. It's not even the top European trophy either. The most prestigious trophy a football club can win. It's the Europa League, which every man and their dog has won since the dawn of time. Like, it's not a hard trophy to win, is it? But, like, yeah. Europa League, yeah, it's a fabulous trophy to win when you haven't won a trophy in 7 years. Any European trophy, probably except from the Europa Conference League, is a great trophy to win for big clubs. But some big clubs you expect to aim every season for the Champions League, and then some others for Europa League. But Spurs will be playing Champions League football next season. Yeah, that's what we've got to now. It is actually hard to fathom the prospect of Tottenham Hotspur being in the Champions League next season. Like, their owners have driven them into the ground. Like, this, I'm not saying this team was the top range, but it used to be. Like, when they had Dele Alli, Kane, you know, even Vertonghen, like, that team, 2019 Champions League, that was the top range of a Range Rover. Let's go a Range Rover. This team is a Fiat 500 that you see on Facebook Marketplace. Genuinely. It's a really bad team. It's a bang average team. It genuinely is. And I can't believe these lot are going to be in the Champions League next season. Like, that genuinely baffles me. I can't fathom Tottenham Hotspur being in the Champions League. It's just absolutely crazy. But yeah, Ange Postecoglou has been sacked. Tell me your opinions on this in the comment section below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do, which means like, subscribe, turn post notifications on, and I will see you lot in the next one. We have more transfer updates coming up for you thick and fast throughout the transfer window. But yeah, please do take care of yourselves, and I'll see you lovely lot in the next one. Peace out.